Good morning, everybody. Back 30 here for my outdoor wood boiler. I got my Classic Edge 760 HDX Titanium Series. I did an initial video of some notes that I had that I wanted to pass on to everyone. I followed along with a lot of other YouTube channels, and I've learned a lot, and I figured I'd want to give a segment of my own to start. I had a couple comments that came through that gave me some good advice. I had some smoke coming out of the bottom chamber and a bunch around the door. Come to find out, I wasn't taking the ash out as much as I should. I figured a good coal base would be great to keep this the temperature up while reloading. I would stir it around, and I clearly didn't get enough of the ash out. So what was happening as it was burning down, the ash was going into the slots on the bottom, clogging the pressure chamber, causing the push of gases to come out the door. So thank you all for the comments and the assistance on that. I went in this morning. I figured I didn't want to bore everyone with me going in here and cleaning this out. This time what I did is I scraped it all down. I left one side open, and I opened the other side as well, pushing a lot of this out, so I still had a coal bed on one side. And then I pushed it back down, and as you see, it's coming up through with a nice start to burn. So we'll see how this does. Hopefully this will correct my issue that I wasn't aware I had, and apparently I did. So I'm gonna get loading on this, but before I do that, here's my next one. It's not too clear to me what people are using. Sorry about the shakiness here. I'm gonna try to adjust the camera, and I'm gonna back up over here. There's a bunch of tools that come with this unit. One has hijacks, that's my Shepherd. One has this flat shovel type end to it and a nice long bar, which I've started to use. I hear a lot of people are using the smaller tool here that has this little hook on the end, and I find this very helpful to get on the two air tubes on each side to be able to scrape below and above on these tubes, cleaning them out when I have a bunch of debris in there. Another one I heard was someone's holding it backwards with the hook and using the hook to clean in the bottom. I don't feel that's sufficient for me. I prefer to have a nice big flat shovel type scrape to the bottom, and I feel that's been cleaning it out very well. It's under my understanding there's an older style that this tool was designed for in cleaning. We'll see how it does with this. For me, I actually bent it. My burn chamber in the bottom has two halves that create the circle, and what ended up happening was the ash got down in there, and I didn't realize it when I was pushing down. It was separating that chamber a little bit. So now when I use my clean out tool, this here, the half round is to get inside and scrape the ash out, and I use the flat side to scrape on either side. What I found from the beginning is I could scrape on the right side over here alongside that concrete chamber, but on the left side it doesn't fit. I have to turn it sideways and try to manipulate it, and my finding was I opened that chamber a little bit. It doesn't seem to be doing any harm or cause any issues at this point, so I'm going to let it go through this season, and when I give it a full clean and thorough clean out, I'll get in there and push that back the little 1/4 inch or whatever it is it opened up on me. So that's that. Another thing is I have this tool that is pretty multi-purpose as well. I've used this to scrape my chambers in the back side of the furnace to get in between. I find that the edges of this work wonderful to clean that soot off the tubes in the back, and I use the chisel point on the front here to scrape around my opening and some of the areas inside. Obviously towards the back burn chamber I'll use the longer flat edge so I'm not too close to the fire, but other than that, that's what I'm using this for. If anyone has any ideas, thoughts, comments, or actually has great experience from Central Boiler Direct, I would love to learn. I'm taking all advice into consideration, and I'm looking to zero everything down into these videos that can help everybody else get a thorough understanding and get the best burn times they can for these units. When I started out, my first video, as I mentioned, I was a little over 8 hours run time and under 8 hours burn time. It was just burning so fast and I couldn't understand why. I had a couple things that I had mentioned. I was using some green wood. The green is steaming and literally burning through it very quickly. So I started mixing, and I've been always using firewood, cut, split. This is my first year with it, so I was kind of in a rush to get firewood. I had, 2+ acres of logs that sat for 2 years, and I've been splitting them and going through them, and I have some seasoned wood that was a year, and I had to mix a bunch of these logs in. Like right now, I have 2 dump trailer loads off to the processor. My neighbor leases out to a friend of mine now to do processing of wood, so I was able to make a deal and help me out for this year. I'll be doing it myself in the future. I have a splitter, chainsaw, and all that, but just to stay on track, loaded with wood and able to burn this year, I kind of had to do it this way, and I'm going through the rest of the logs that I have, and we'll go from there. So I've seen other videos with this that people are using humongous chunks. I hear on the flip side of that, if you're going to do chunks, you want to break it up a couple times, not the original log form. Or if you are using the original log form, get a moisture meter, make sure you're down, I guess it's 18% and less. I know dry is 13-14%. So I bought a nice, actually an expensive moisture meter that doesn't prong. It actually ultrasonically checks it, I guess. I'm not sure, but it works wonders. I paid a lot of money for it, and it's been pretty accurate for me. And as far as the moisture content, I've looked at In the Wood Yard and a couple other videos online, and they said they sell firewood 17-18%, I guess it was. Don't quote me on that, watch the video yourself. But as I learn, I'll post it here. As I mentioned, looking to help everybody be successful and enjoy their outdoor boiler. My 6 to 8 hour run times, last night when I cleaned it, I came out today, it's 19 hours, which is a substantial difference from the initial 6 to 8 hours, and it's been increasing slowly. I've added a interior 120 gallon tank to act as a battery to slow down the burn times. I still don't have insulation on my house. We're down in the 20s, so it was really drawing, and we're here now for mid 40s or so I'm assuming that has something to do with the length I'm going here. I'm hoping to have insulation in the next couple weeks. We're racing just to finish up our electricals, get our rough inspection, so we can get insulation in, and that should do a dramatic difference in running this unit, the run times on it. So please post your comments below. Let me know about the tools, what you guys are using. If you actually know the design proper tool that Central Boiler is mentioning, I must have missed it in the manual. The way I saw it, if I recall correctly, here are the tools you can use for cleaning out the unit, not specifically stating the areas other than the obvious of the burn chamber with the circle end on it. That's clearly to do the burn chamber down below. So please post your comments. Thank you for watching and commenting. Your comments are important to me. You're going to help me learn, in addition with my learning of other sites, to create the best video for this I can. Everyone, Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2023. This is my updated post on the Central Boiler Classic HDX. Have a great day, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.